Tonight, we uncover a true crime case so shocking, so tragic, and so unbelievable, it changed the way America looks at justice forever. This is the story of Ron Williamson, a former baseball star from Ada, Oklahoma, who was sentenced to death for a crime he didn't commit. Ronald Keith Williamson grew up in Ada, Oklahoma, a small-town kid with big dreams. He was talented, confident, and in 1971, he was drafted by the Oakland A's, a moment that should have changed his life. But an injury ended Ron's baseball career, and he returned home a different man, struggling with depression, anxiety, and alcoholism. His once bright future slowly dimmed. On December 8, 1982, everything changed. 21-year-old Debbie Carter was found raped and murdered in her apartment. Ada police were under enormous pressure to solve the case. But instead of following the evidence, they followed their assumptions. And soon, they set their eyes on one man, Ron Williamson. Ron was questioned over and over again. He gave inconsistent answers, not because he was guilty, but because he was mentally unstable and overwhelmed. At one point, he told investigators he had a dream about the crime instead of recognizing that as a symptom of his mental illness. Prosecutors twisted it into a confession. And that was only the beginning. The evidence against Ron was weak, almost non-existent. Hair analysis that scientists now say is unreliable jailhouse informants who claim Ron confessed. And no fingerprints, no DNA, no physical evidence tying him to the crime. But in a small town desperate for answers, Ron Williamson became the perfect target. In 1988, Ron Williamson was put on trial for murder. His behavior in the courtroom was unstable. He shouted, talked to himself, and ignored his lawyers instead of getting him medical help. The court allowed the trial to continue. He was convicted, and the judge sentenced him to death. For the next 11 years, Ron lived in a tiny cell on Oklahoma's death row. His mental state deteriorated. He paced for hours. He screamed through the night, and he came within 5 days of being executed. But just when all hope seemed lost, a new piece of science arrived. In the 1990s, DNA testing became a powerful tool in criminal justice. Ron's new lawyers, with the help of the Innocence Project, demanded DNA testing on the biological evidence. And the results shocked everyone. The DNA did not match Ron Williamson. It did not match his friend Dennis Fritz, who was also convicted. It matched Glenn Gore, the man originally seen with Debbie Carter on the night she died. After 11 long years, Ron Williamson was exonerated on April 15, 1999. He walked out of prison a free man. No apology, no explanation, just freedom. But freedom came too late. Years of abuse, trauma, and untreated mental illness had destroyed Ron's health. He struggled to rebuild his life, and on December 4, 2004, at just 51 years old, Ron Williamson passed away. His story is now known worldwide through court documents, the Innocence Project, and the best-selling book and Netflix series, The Innocent Man. Ron Williamson's case reminds us of the flaws in our justice system, of the danger of rushing to judgment, and of how easily an innocent life can be taken. If you want more true crime stories like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, or tell me your own opinion concerning this crime in the comments section.